Hello everyone. I've been getting several emails about underwater recovery, so I thought I would go over it really quick and make a short video. So I'll just jump into it really quick here. Identification, 1 primary, 2 secondary, comparing teeth and dental records, prior injuries, let's see, radiographic scans, comparing actual fingerprints and recorded fingerprints. Those are all primary. Secondary methods are jewelry, glasses, birthmarks, congenital abnormalities, tattoos, scars, race, hair color, blood type, and sex. Personal effects such as clothing, gross anatomical features, personal effects like a billfold, a driver's license, a credit card, unique jewelry, keys, ocular changes. You should not see corneal filming. That should not be seen at all. Postmortem lividity should show little to none due to buoyancy. Skin shedding occurs. Fingernails and toenails will shed as well. It's also called washerwoman skin. Freshwater drowning, body usually sinks to the bottom. Putrefaction, gas formation begins in the GI tract. The time of the body depends on the water temp and antemortem diet. As for the gas formation, marine life feeds on the soft parts of the victim's face, often post-mortem injuries in the eyelids, nose, and lips. When removing the vehicle, agencies place a hooked cable around the axle of the vehicle, then winch to shore, just as it's found. Divers will give interior of submerged vehicle a cursory, I can't say that word, examination before winching it to the surface. There are also floating lift devices that lift the vehicle, like with airbags, in the method that reduces internal disturbances and external damages. Okay, there's also an automobile swim around. An exterior examination, divers will have an underwater slate so they can record gross anomalies of what's found inside, exterior or interior of the vehicle. All windows should be assessed and described. Photos need to be taken. Obtain the license number, the VIN number, and evidence collection. A considerable amount of information can be obtained from the submerged vehicle before efforts are made to raise it. All evidence, findings, contraband should be tagged and bagged. Where the headlights in the on position, should keep in mind, you should also keep in mind that certain surfaces such as glass and mirrors will retain fingerprints even in water. Was the black box recovered, which would tell the speed if the car attempted to stop or accelerate? What gear was the car in? The other thing that I've been receiving, which is just a thought, this isn't anything I'm saying happened, but several people have brought this up, and it kind of makes you think about things because of the weights of certain organs. I received several emails questioning many people are questioning if she was put in the water right before AWP got to Prosser Lake. I've been emailed that the weights of certain organs, i.e. lungs, were smaller than they should have been in a drowning victim. It's just something to think about. Let me see. I am also still working on the law enforcement research that I told you I was doing on certain law enforcement and a couple other cases that happened up there. I'm just not finished with that yet, but I kind of wanted to put this out because I'm getting a lot of questions about this. I'm not an expert on this, but I do know that this is how a lot of agencies do recoveries, especially underwater recoveries. And then the other thing that is really, really important in a motor vehicle accident, vitreous humor should always be tested for alcohol and other drugs. And this wasn't done. The other thing that is really, really important for identification, the only 3 ways that you can identify is fingerprints, dental records, and DNA. Not by someone looking at the body and saying, oh, yep, that's her. Because what did they say? That her face was extremely unrecognizable because of how long she was under the water. So that kind of contraindicates what was found on the autopsy report, because they said, you know, there was no, her body was pristine. You know, there were no scratches, no contusions. They didn't even mention anything, I hate saying this, of marine life, you know, nibbling on certain areas. They pretty much said her body was pristine. Underwater drownings and autopsies can be extremely difficult, and so you should have a medical examiner, coroner, that have experience in these things. And I just don't think that these people had that. The autopsy report was a joke, as we all know. And so I hope this answers some of your questions. I'm still working on the law enforcement up in Truckee. I have some really good information on that. And I also wanted to mention something that is really strange. Before this autopsy report came out, I received a few comments from Truckee residents that they were kind of not being mean, but they were just, you know, explaining how they felt and, you know, talking about their community. And it was in a kind way. And those, I left all those up, and I thanked them, and I wrote a nice little comment as well. But now that the autopsy's back, I have been getting so many, you know, it's over, stay out of it, you know, you're stupid for continuing this, those kind of comments. And I'm sorry, but we don't have those questions answered yet. You know, if we get those questions answered adequately, then we probably would leave it alone. But if we don't get answers, we're not going to go away. And, you know, we're going to write the attorney general. You know, we're just going to keep going with this. You know, I also have a friend that, you know, I'm more of a medical kind of person and a research kind of person. And my friend, who is really, he used to train law enforcement, he's going to help me with the law enforcement part of all of this, because I'm not really good at that. I'm not bad at it because I was on the fire department, but I'm not, you know, an expert, and he is. So I'll have a little help with that in the future as well. So I just want to wish you all a blessed day, and I'm going to go get some sleep because I got to work third shift again tonight. Have a great day, and thank you for all your support, and God bless you.